Man, what's up, y'all? I want to tell you about the financial challenges of college and like what you think you spend your money on versus what you actually spend your money on. So let me get straight into it, bro. Right, I just moved into my dorm last semester, and this is gonna be my first year living on a college campus. I got like one more year left, but I moved in here late. I moved in here as a junior, and I'm gonna be moving out of here as a first semester senior, right? But let me tell y'all something, right? You don't realize how expensive this shit is until you let it catch up to you. Cause I really don't have to pay for my tuition much because I'm on scholarship. But man, when I tell you, bro, this is how we're gonna start the video. We're gonna get to the juicy parts of the end, maybe towards the middle. You know what I'm saying? You move there, right? You ain't got shit. You ain't got no toilet paper. You ain't got no shampoo. You ain't got no soap. You ain't got nothing in the fridge. Look, I live in an apartment style, so I live on campus. I live like right across the street from my school and my dorm slash apartment, but all this little shit adds up. Another thing is moving, bro. Like, you go to the little store, get you some toilet paper, some toothbrush, shampoo, deodorant. You get all that shit. It's probably like $100, maybe less, maybe more. It depends. You want it to last all semester, and you want to smell fresh, obviously, right? That's not even it. That's just the beginning of it. Let's say if your, tuition is paid for, let's say you go here. Look, last semester, I didn't have to pay for no books because none of my classes required me to have the book. I just didn't buy it, and I just looked at my professor's slides and called it a day. But then you got these classes, man. I got these 3 classes coming up, bro. And, it's like $200 for a book brand new. 150 used, rented 67, digital copy like 50. Like, brother, in this one class, man, the teacher's probably not even gonna tell me to use the book. Like, what are the odds of me actually bringing the book to class, bro? But what I'll probably end up doing is you gotta be smart, right? Here's some sauce. You can go on Reddit, look up the college book, and get that shit for like $20 from some guy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I don't know where you got it from. You may know somebody. I don't know. That's something you can do. And then another thing you can end up doing is reselling it to your classmates and making your money back. But boom, that's one class. That's a little financial challenge at college. Another thing, man. If y'all drink or if y'all smoke, man, that shit adds up. I tell you what. It's not for everybody. I'm just speaking out of somebody that's in a fraternity, bro. Yeah, my fraternity ain't even heavy drinkers either. Some of them ain't, some of them are. But man, when I tell you, Thirsty Thursday, it's a damn ball of a joint there, bro. Let me tell you something. I tell you what, look, you ain't gotta do it. I'm not telling you to. I'm just speaking from experience. Look, you get you a case of beer. That's $28. You split it around. Sometimes you get 1 or 2 cases. That's like $30. $60 after you splitting it. And you gotta drink on Saturday too, right? Can't forget about Saturday. And I'm not even talking about no party. This is strictly just with the guys. And it's probably another day too. But let me tell you what I end up doing. I end up getting me a bottle. $12. Cheap ass vodka. Shitty ass vodka. And we end up doing shots of that. Some people would need to probably chase it. I don't need to chase it, but it is what it is. But look, that's the frugal side of it. But it's what I was doing. Another thing, I would probably get some cut waters, a big ass buzzball. Man, I would go crazy. Or you could be on the other side of things, right? Let's say you don't drink at the frat house. You go out with your boys, which I've done the same thing. Look, man, let me give you a little story time, right? I'm gonna explain this more in a future video, but I was on a Halloween bender, man. Thursday. I went out Thirsty Thursday. Went out to one of the college bars near the campus. You go inside. There's no cover, though. Good. Gracefully, there's no cover. Sometimes you go out. There's like a $10, $20 cover just to get in the door. And I'm not paying no coverage, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people do, but you got to put that in your budget. You get in there, you order you a PBR, bro. A cheap-ass, nasty-ass beer, $4. Get you some Jello shots, $8. A shot of Jack and Coke, probably like $12. It's crazy. But it's the cost of the experience, okay? You don't got to. But look, I'm not telling you got to do this, but look, You spend probably like $30, $40, right? At going out. Yeah, think about it. There's like 16 to 18 weeks if you got the finals week and you count Thanksgiving, right? Let's say you're on campus, 18 weeks. You spend $60 a week. Bro, that's 600 plus 360. Brother, that's like almost a band on alcohol, just on the cheap side. And that's just buying one case each time. Sometimes you go out, you'll spend 50 on one go. So honestly, yeah, you probably spend like 500 on textbooks probably, and I'm not doing that. Some of the people do that, and you get that shit legally okay. Shit, I read it though. Another thing, bro, is your toiletries, man. I said that shit like $120, and you be running out, man. And then you want to look fly too. You want to smell fly, so you got to also get some clothes. That shit like $120. And that's like thrifting. That's going to the thrift store, thrifting some nice things for the semester. Look, I got me some nice few t-shirts, and I'm not even somebody that dresses that well. But some people, they be going all out. I'm trying to think some other things. Oh, yeah. You got your dues, man. If you're in a fraternity, you got to pay your dues. Look, I've been paying like $150 to be in this like organization a month. But it's a lot of fun, though. I can't lie to you. It's a lot of fun. Shit, basically, it's like if you don't know nobody, you get launched in this like ecosystem, like 30, 40 guys. And y'all do the same shit every week. Like, this is pretty fun. I'm not going to hold you. Shit, another thing is you got to bring consideration. And this is someone speaking from someone in the fraternity, too, is you got formals. You got these things called formals, man. You got a spring formal, you got a fall formal. My fraternity, we don't really be going out for real. Like, we don't be going all out. So it's about 150 per person to go. So we end up going to like this beach house, and that shit was like $100 plus. And then I spent like $50 to get groceries, and we were there for like 4 or 5 days. Then I spent another $50 to get some alcohol. I was having a lot of fun for that short weekend though, but that's not the point. Look, man, I'll tell y'all about that in another story, another story time. But look, one thing I recommend, bro, that's another financial challenge of college, bro, is don't pick up no cigarettes, don't pick up no vape, don't pick up no Zen, bro, because look, the amount of times I had to buy vapes because, you know, I had to do that stuff for people, bro, that shit be adding up, you know what I'm saying? Pack of cigarettes, $9, bro. This is the financial challenges of college, which is crazy. Like, most people, this is the shit you don't talk about. You don't hear like, oh, I'm in debt, da 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 da. No, this is what actually is being there and actually having fun. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even talking about, like, you gotta feed yourself too. I'm on a meal plan. My shit like $12.50 a semester. So my shit like $10 a day, give or take. And if you really want to stretch your shit, pause. But if you really want to, you're gonna go into the place 15 minutes before they close. They'll hook your ass up. I've done that a few times, and I'll make that a little method soon. You know, I'll show out the method. But yeah, that's pretty much the financial challenges of college. You know, I pretty much covered every base for real. Everything's pretty much covered. If there's any more I can think of, I'll make a part 2 of this. But yeah, this is the financial challenges of college for real.